As of about 1:30 or 2 o'clock today, I have officially returned to veganism. And the reason it's at that time is that's when I last had a package of Twinkies. But I ate the Twinkies, which are far from vegan. They have beef fat in them and whatever's in the cream. So, that wasn't vegan. But okay, I'm back to veganism because I have a friend that I met online, and she has a similar problem going on. And she has a similar product. And she gets a lot of swelling. And she said that what she's noticed is the swelling reduces. And she said other people have noticed this too, because she knows of other people that have also had it happen. And she says that the swelling is not as bad if she doesn't eat anything at all. And she even posted pictures of where she woke up one morning and she looked fairly normal. She looked pretty normal. And then she ate a bagel, and then all the weirdness started happening. Like an hour later, she took a picture, and it was incredible how different it was. And so what I've decided to do, I'm going to eat very simple foods. So for dinner, I had popcorn that I popped myself, and it was organic popcorn in organic coconut oil with sea salt that I put on it. And then I took some Brussels sprouts and I cut them in half and then I put them in the oven. Then I ate those. So that's all I had. I had popcorn and Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty full of brain power, I guess. So I'm just gonna eat. I'm gonna try to just eat vegetables and maybe popcorn. Popcorn maybe just to fill my stomach. I don't know. I eat some salt. Maybe I shouldn't have any salt. Maybe that will increase the water retention. But anyway, that's my plan, and I'm gonna see if it helps. I was at the building today that gives me um can't describe what it does to me emotionally and based on the lighting there, and it's not good. And and I just felt like giving up, just quitting my job, quitting everything, just coming home and waiting and hiding to see if I ever get better, and if I don't, just live in obscurity. Which I guess, if I'm honest with myself, I'm already living in obscurity whether I have a job or not. But oh, it's so hard. It's just so hard to get up in the morning. Thank God for that calendar. I love crossing off a day. Today I was wishing that days were only 12 hours long so that I could look forward to coming home from work and crossing off another day. But I can't. So I can only cross off a day once per day. And I think the best time for that is the morning because it helps me mentally be able to get myself out the door and go to work knowing, okay, I knocked down another day. And then it gives me like more boost, that I like boost power and like turbo boost, that I can go out and knock down another day. And if I just keep knocking down days, sooner or later I might have my face shape back. It doesn't usually stick out here, it usually goes in. Doesn't look that bad in this lighting, I know, but oh my God, you should see some lighting. And like, I was over in one of the bathrooms in this house today. Oh boy. I had been watching Scooby-Doo because I can't watch TV because of everyone's face. So I was trying to watch Scooby-Doo on Netflix, but because of Daphne, I couldn't anymore. And then I came upstairs and I saw my face in the mirror, and oh my God. So then I tried to watch Archer, and that was going okay. But then I got to a scene where these people told his mother that he was at a spa. And I was afraid they were going to cut to the spa scene and maybe there would be good looking cartoon females. And so I couldn't bear it. So I turned it off out of fear that they were going to show females with normal faces in a cartoon. So that's where I am in life. That's not something I'm proud of, but that's it. And I don't have the strongest of constitution when it comes to having implants in my face. I was never suited for this. I was not a good candidate. I don't know how I was selected. If there's a God, I used to believe there was a God, but now I don't know. How did God let this happen? How can there be a God? God knows me. If there's a God, God should know I can't handle this. I mean, it is all I can do to keep going. And for people who say it's some kind of test, oh, it's a test, all right. I almost failed, and I don't know, and I still might. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard to make any plans or do anything. I was going to fulfill this one dream I had of starting like a happy life. But then, I mean, I was happy, but I wanted to be even happier. And what I wanted was to find like a shack in the woods I could live in. And then this happened. And at first I was like, okay, now I totally need to move to the woods because to get away from people so nobody sees me. And then, and so I wouldn't have to worry about people seeing me is more like it. I mean, I'm sure people can handle it. It's their problem, whatever they see when they look at me. It's just me having to deal with the difference in how people responded to me. People used to smile. I don't look as happy anymore. Like my face has no expression at all because of the way this was put in. I used to have these cheeks, and people always thought I was smiling, and they would smile at me. I look okay in this light. I look totally normal right now, so people are probably like, "What is wrong with you?" But took away my expression. I look totally expressionless now, and people don't respond to me the same way, and that was hard. And before I was always about being happy and making people smile. And so then when I couldn't even smile, I was like, well, forget it. I'll just go live in the woods. But then I was like, well, I don't want to wreck my dream. Like, I have this dream of living in the woods and how great it's going to be. Well, I don't want to do it now and have it be tainted by negative emotions that I have every day about my face all day long. So I'm going to hold off on the dream until I can really enjoy it. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I just keep believing I have to believe this is going to end. But I'm so scared it won't. And so I listen to these Wayne Dyer videos. That's how I fall asleep. And he's this motivational guy. And he was talking last night and he said, no matter what you look like, you have to accept it because you're all you've got. And I'm just like, oh God. I mean, I know it's right. But he talks about this is how you were made. You have to accept it. Well, I think what's hard for me is this isn't how I was made. And I was no beauty queen before, but I can accept a face that I can feel comfortable in and I can move. I mean, this is so uncomfortable and it's hard to make certain expressions. I feel like I'm in a cage. And to accept it, I feel like to accept it, if I accept it, I feel like I'm allowing it to stay, and I don't want it to stay. I feel like I need to not accept it so it knows it needs to go. I feel like my body needs to know that it needs to fight and shut this stuff down. It needs to just drag it out, and I don't want to accept it. But the hard part, and I'm drooling again, is living in a face that I can't accept, and I won't accept. It isn't mine. I didn't want it. Nobody told me this could happen. Oh God, not at all. Nobody, no dermatologist who did this told me that what she was using was something used for soft tissue augmentation. Well, what do you think is going to happen when you put something for soft tissue augmentation right here? It's going to augment it. I would have never let her shoot something in me. Oh. Oh. Well, it's May 14th. It's been 7 months 1 week and 1 day. Um, as my friend who is also going through this pointed out, that one of the good things is I've not let any doctor um, put more junk in me, because there are antidotes, certain quote unquote antidotes that work for some people but not all, and tend to atrophy the skin. And I don't want my skin atrophied. So I said no, and I'm glad. So I'm not dealing with a mixture of different things that aren't well tested and aren't government approved. I'm dealing with one uh, implant, I guess, brand of implant, and at least I don't have to worry about its interaction with anything else that's been shoved inside my face to try to counteract this stuff. And anyway, I don't think so the dermatologist who did this, she keeps trying to stuff steroids in my face. Now, every time I talk to her, oh, have you thought about using the steroid? Yeah, and I've thought, no. She keeps bringing that up, and I think she wants to try to undo the mess she made. But the steroid atrophies the skin, and it's a long shot. I had another dermatologist tell me that it probably wouldn't do anything anyway, in terms of affecting the actual bulk. So forget it. I'm not going to risk adding another chemical to it that hasn't been tested with it, and adding another chemical to my body when I'm probably already fighting trying to deal with this, and then atrophy my skin on top of that. I'm just going to wait. Just going to keep waiting. So that's what my YouTube channel is for, to document the wait.